is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I am here again with this gorgeous, you know, very, very full-on collage board that we did, collage masterboard that we did. And I'd done this on a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that I, you know, was no longer, you know, wanting to use. And yeah, I mean, it's very, very, very full, as you can see. And if you joined me last time, we'd kind of done it as a quite a neutral looking board, and then we built it up with the colours and the flowers, and yeah, just made it really kind of fussy and smothered it in a ton of different things. So I wasn't really quite sure how I'm actually going to use it now, because obviously it is, you know, so very full on. But I thought that we could just come along and, you know, have a play and just make some little bits and pieces from it. Now, obviously, because it is, you know, so, you know, crammed full with lots and lots of details, it's going to have to be, you know, I'm going to have to think quite carefully how I'm going to cut it, because otherwise I could end up sort of, you know, for instance, cutting this boy in half or something like that. So, yeah, yeah, it's going to be, you know, a little bit trickier than perhaps normal, because it's got so much going on here. But yeah, let's just get sort of started and, you know, make some lovely bits. I have to say, I'm kind of just so in awe of how this looks that, yeah, part of me just wants to just keep it just as a sort of inspiration board and just have it, you know, pinned on the wall. I mean, to be honest, could even kind of make something like this, like a canvas, and just have it on the wall. It would look, you know, really, really nice just like that. But yeah, anyway, I digress, and I'm going to obviously now, you know, attempt to use it. So I think what I'm going to do is, wondering, I might go up this line here, so cut it, you know, on the vertical rather than the horizontal at first, just to get me started. I mean, this is kind of quite a good guideline. Yeah, so let's just do that. So I'm going to take it along, you know, more or less at the end of this book plate piece that I've got here. And I don't mind that rosebud being cut in half, that's fine, like that. And then just straight up like that. Okay, I mean, I have to say that was a killer to actually cut into that, because yeah, I just wanted to hoard it, to be honest. Oh dear, it gets like that sometimes when I make things. I then can't really bring myself to use them. Okay, so I'm going to obviously trim this down in a minute, but let's have a look and see where we're going to put our next pieces. So again, kind of thinking probably on the vertical might be the easiest way, I think, of doing this. Yeah, I mean, weirdly enough, maybe this is all going to just be vertical pieces. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Let's just have a look and see. I mean, we could have it kind of... Yeah, I guess we could... Right, okay. So I'm going to cut it, yeah, along this kind of point here. And I mean, again, you know, this is all just very rough and, you know, guesstimated, really. So just hoping for the best. Hoping for the best, especially as obviously this is just killing me to actually cut into this. I just loved how this turned out so much. I'd never done such a full collage page and incorporated so many different pieces. And oh, I loved making it, and I loved how it turned out so much. Right, so this one here, we could probably get 3. Yeah, I'm thinking we could probably get 3 different sort of sections here, which could be quite fun. This one here would be quite tall, and this one would be quite slim. Or we could make it kind of... Do you know, I'm going to do that, I think. So let's just go for this. So again, just going to cut it here on the horizontal this time. So like that. Now, obviously, this is just a very square looking piece so far, so I will trim this down to make it sort of more, you know, rectangular rather than square. And then this one here, yeah, probably have to mean, obviously I will end up with this kind of section of her, you know, her dress and things in here, but I mean, I don't think that matters too much. So yeah, let's just go for that. I'll just chop it down here. Okay. Okay, so I mean, I've got some pretty, you know, pretty nice looking pieces. So this one here, again, I'm going to go here, I think, so that I keep that shoe intact. Yeah, and yeah, let's do that. Honestly, this was really hard. I only actually made this yesterday. So I thought I would come along and do this right now before I get too attached to it. Because honestly, sometimes when I'm wanting to hoard things, I'm better off just using them instantly. Because, you know, if I do have them for too long, I'm then just not going to want to use them at all. So let's just go across here. Like that. Okay, and I can just peel that piece off because it obviously wasn't glued down there. Right, okay, so I'm pretty happy with all of my bits there. Aren't they just gorgeous? And I think what I'm going to do is just stitch them all around on the sewing machine with some black thread. I think that would just finish them off really, really nicely. So I'm going to trim off any edges that aren't quite straight, you know, that need a little bit of a helping hand. And then I'm going to just stitch them on the sewing machine. So that one looks not too bad. So this one here, as I say, is quite a big piece. I mean, to be honest, I don't really mind it being that big. But yeah, I'm going to just trim it down a little bit. So, because it probably is a bit weird, isn't it, being that square rather than rectangular. So just go across there. Okay, oops, didn't make a very good job of that. Let's go across again. Not that it would necessarily be any better second time round, but I think it is a bit better. So that one and this one, that looks reasonable. I mean, to be honest, it's more luck than judgment on some of these. Okay, and then this one, again, this is quite wide now, so I think what I'm going to do is just trim it down slightly on the edge here. Like that. And then this one, I mean, I have to say, I'm quite liking this being this massive wide piece. So I might just leave this one, but I'm just going to trim it down there where it wasn't quite straight. And then I've just got this one, which doesn't look too bad, actually. I thought it was going to be really, really crooked, but yeah, not too bad. So okay. No, no, it's still quite crooked here. Oh dear. Right, okay, let's go across to the sewing machine. Well, I'll take them across to the sewing machine and then I will come back. So hold on. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine and how pretty do these look? I really, really love the way that they have come out. They just look absolutely gorgeous. So I think what I'm going to do is ink them up around the edge, and I'm going to use my walnut stain. This is the Distress Oxide walnut stain. So I'm just going to ink around the edges there, like that. Don't they look lovely? I really, really love them. So I have scanned these in, and depending on how they come out, I will or won't put them in my shop. You know, because sometimes things don't come out brilliantly when they're scanned. Sometimes they do. So yeah, I'll kind of see how they look when I pull them up. So obviously I haven't had time to do that yet because I've only just that second done it. So but yeah, I mean, hopefully they will have come out nice. But like I say, I mean, just sometimes, you know, the colours don't always come out as pretty as they do in real life, and you know, things like that. So we'll just play it by ear a bit. Okay. Yeah, I really, really, really love how these look, I must say. I think they're just super, super pretty. They feel scrumptious as well because they've got quite a few layers on them, you know, because I've done quite a few sort of things stuck on top. they've got this gorgeous sort of really thick, heavy, oh, just really amazing feel to them as well. So yeah, I'm really super pleased how they've turned out, both in looks and in feel. So yeah, really like them. Might have to do another one of those super cluttery collage masterboards. So yeah, might have to start calling them the super cluttery collage masterboards now. You know, as opposed to just a collage masterboard, there'll be just the collage masterboards and then the super cluttery ones. Yeah, I'm thinking that it would be really fun to do one with lots of blues actually. Yeah, kind of got a bit of a feel for a quite heavy on the blue themed one, so I might have to do that. Definitely might have to do that. Okay. Yeah, I just fancied a change actually and ordered the walnut stain. I've had it before, but yeah, I just fancied a change really from the vintage photo, and I thought the walnut stain would be nice. I find it a little bit on the darker side to the vintage photo, and sometimes that's nice for a change, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, I think these are lovely exactly how they are. I don't even think they really need anything else. But of course, me being me, I'm not going to just leave them. I will be adding some lace and things. Oh gosh, I can't see which way up this needs to go. So, right, I've got this one here. This lace might be going to be a bit on the thick side. So I've got sort of a few different laces here. So, you know, I can kind of mix and match if need be. Thinking, how does that look if I have it? I could just staple it on down the edge. That might be quite nice for a change. Let's do that. Because sometimes it's easy to just like always hang the lace in the obvious place, isn't it? And you know, sometimes it's just nice to mix it up a bit and do something slightly different. Again, I don't think there's really a right and wrong side of this lace, but you never can tell. Well, sometimes you can tell. I don't necessarily say you never can tell. That's not quite strictly true, but you'll have to excuse my nails. I painted them literally just before I came on, and obviously didn't leave them to dry. And now every time I touch them, I'm scraping it off. So yeah, I do apologise. They're just getting worse and worse as the video goes on. By the end, they'll be looking really awful. So sorry about that. Just sometimes, you know, you're in a rush and I think, oh, I'll just quickly paint them before I come on. And, you know, particularly if you've done a couple of coats already, then it takes obviously a long time to then dry, doesn't it? Because it's quite thick. Okay. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay, right, let's just snip that off. Like that. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? I mean, just literally just going down that edge, it just finishes that off really in, you know, the most lovely way, doesn't it? Let's just have a bit of bling because that would finish it off even lovelier. Oh, how pretty is that? I mean, just, oh, there's something about just bling and lace, especially black lace and especially the black bling. I just can't get enough of it, really. I just love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Oh, that looks so scrumptious. Yeah, really love how that looks. Okay, so that's the first one, just done, doesn't need anything else because obviously, you know, the background's already very full. It really doesn't need anything else, you know. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably struggle to squeeze anything else actually onto there, but yeah, just love how that looks. Right, so let's put that to one side. So the next one, let's have a look and see what lace we might like here. So I've got this one that's a gathered lace. I'm just going to take it off of that header piece. Okay. Don't know what's happened to the weather out there. Again, I'm filming ahead, so I just always like to just put that out as like a disclaimer, because I don't want to be talking about the weather and then it doing something completely different to what I'm saying in real life. Yeah, I'm filming this obviously ahead, and we've been having this really lovely spring-like weather, and I put on my summer dress today, and yeah, everything, expecting it to be a continuation of the spring-like weather, and yeah, just seems like it's deteriorated. I know this sounds a bit weird. I'm going to put this one over here, not right the way across. For some reason I feel like it needs to just go sort of partially across. So I'm going to do this with the Fabri-Tac. So yeah, I was expecting it to be a continuation of the spring-like weather, and I've put on my summer dress, and now quite chilly. I've obviously got my cardigan on, but I'm not sure my cardigan's really kind of enough, because it's quite chilly. Well, I mean, it probably is enough, but yeah. I've obviously got bare legs on my, you know, with my summer dress, thinking it was going to be gorgeous. I mean, it started out pretty nice, and like I say, I mean, the forecast was nice. It's been nice so far this week, so I was expecting, you know, had high hopes. But yeah, it's actually, my legs are quite chilly now. Okay. Oh my goodness. Just cannot hold that right. So again, I just finished that off, I think, with a bit of bling. I might just chop this in half, actually. I don't think it needs the whole 6 bits of bling there. I think just a 3 will do. And again, I mean, like I say, it really doesn't need anything else. It's, you know, it's pretty cluttery on its own. I mean, cluttery in a good way, I think. Not cluttery in a bad way. So yeah, super pretty. So that's that one. Oh, honestly, this has been one of my favourite projects I've done for ages. I don't know, yeah. I guess just having that extra sort of, you know, cluttery type thing going on, it really kind of changed the whole feel for me, you know, to how a sort of masterboard would normally be. And it just made it so super fun to make and to use, actually. I mean, you know, this has been really super fun to be using too. So this, I mean, this is just like a little scrap of lace. I'm just going to kind of staple this like at a like random shape there in the corner. Okay. Oops. Okay, let's just take this off here. So, I mean, that looks quite pretty. I'm just going to put some bling on there. I may need more than just this tiny piece. Let me just grab some out of my drawer behind me. Oops. I feel like this one needs a little bit more along there than just that tiny piece. I'm going to be really daring, and I'm going to cut this whole strip. I used to put, you know, long lengths of bling in my mini albums all the time. I wouldn't just put, you know, tiny bits. I would put like a whole length down the side. I loved how that looked, and I'm not quite sure why for junk journals it feels like it doesn't need that, but how gorgeous does that look? Okay, right, now I'm going to probably struggle to glue this on, so I think what I'm going to do is glue it in stages. So I'll take this section here. Oh my goodness, fiddly. Okay, Right, let's just glue that one down. I'm hoping that's kind of going to glue onto the base through the lace. Okay, and then just going to now go in from the underneath like this. Okay. Okay, that's that piece there, and then, whoops, got the hot glue threads now hanging all over me. Sorry about that. Oh. And then just this little top piece. So I just want to come up to kind of here or here. So if I just put my finger roughly where I need to go to. Okay. And try not to burn my finger would be good as well. So. Okay. So that's stuck down there, and then I'm just going to trim that off at the top. I'm sure there was probably a much easier way of doing that. I seem to have made a bit of a pig's ear of my method there, but hey, it's on there. It worked okay in the end. So it looks pretty, doesn't it, with the whole length of bling? It's you know, a bit of a different sort of look there. So that's that one. Okay, this one. Again, I'm thinking, could I staple this somehow? Maybe even just partially across here. Oops. Oh my gosh, this is so fiddly. I don't know what's going on with me today. I know I say this all the time, but you know, when you have those fingers and thumbs days, it's a fingers and thumbs day for me today, that's for sure. Just, oh, can barely touch anything. Everything's just all over the place. And now not helped by the fact I'm covered in hot glue. Okay. Right, let's just trim that lace down. Okay, so that looks pretty, doesn't it? And then just trim that on here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. I'm probably like fingers and thumbs even coming across on the video, to be honest. I feel like I possibly am. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Ouch. Burnt my finger slightly there. Yep. Oh my goodness. Right. I mean, luckily for me, I quite like the crooked look. So yeah, I wasn't necessarily going for it to be dead straight. So just as well that I like that look, isn't it? That's that one. Okay, this one here. Let's have a look. Again, might just have it kind of partially across. So, yeah, I'm thinking there. In fact, I will glue it on and then trim it, I think. So, and that way I'll know exactly where I'm cutting it, won't I? Oops. Oh, now I'm having Fabri-Tac glue problems, which that never happens. So that's very annoying. Oh, come on. I've not used my Fabri-Tac for a few days, so it's obviously sulking now. Sulking because it's not been used for a little bit. Okay. Like that. Just trim that off at that edge. Okay. Oops. Oh, super pretty. I mean, effectively, yeah, I'm just literally blinging and lacing everything. But, you know, everything needs a bit of bling and lace, I find. So that looks pretty like that, doesn't it? Okay, next one. Yeah, we've just got these two left to do, actually. So I'll pull them in together. And we'll sort of attempt to do them at the same time. Right. So this one, I'm feeling a bit down the bottom, I think. Yeah, I think that would look good. So shall I just trim that? Just cut that sort of in half. Okay, and trim it down so it's not so long. Yeah, I'm just going to put that on that whole bottom part. Oh, I might need to bring it down slightly more, even like that. Okay. Let's just glue that down. Okay. Oh, I feel so tired today. No idea why, but very, very, very tired. Sometimes you just have those days, don't you? I mean, I had a little bit of a later night last night than normal, but yeah, very, very tired. Okay, let's just cut this down. That looks pretty there, doesn't it? So, I mean, you can't go wrong with the black lace and the bling, to be honest. It looks good everywhere. You know, wherever it's placed, it's, you know, it just never fails. It always, always, always looks good. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, that's that. And then this one here, I'm wondering, oh look, I could just do that, but then I cover up that man's face completely. So then he becomes faceless. That's probably not quite so good, is it? Might have to have this at the bottom again. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to just pop that down there. Like that. So again, let me just fabric tack that on. Okay. And then I might just staple a little bit of lace on there as well. So we've got that there. And then I'm thinking, just have a little bit of a ruffly sort of, you know, effect going on as well. So just going to take this skinny lace, put it over here, and then just kind of staple that. So one. Okie dokie. Oh, right, that doesn't look quite right. I know, I mean, it's just a ruffle, but sometimes, you know, sometimes it does matter, doesn't it? And you want it laying how you want it laying, really. And then that one. Okay, I'll just trim that down here. That looks pretty, doesn't it? And then just have the bling. Do we want the bling there or over to the edge? Oh, I think over to the edge. I'm just going to have to staple this down once more because I seem to have an abundance of lace there that's then just flopping around and not really doing anything. Not doing anything except for getting in the way, so that's better. And then, right, let's pop this down. Okay. Oh, how yummy does that look? So let's pull them in and see how they look now. So obviously we've got this one. We have this one. This one. Hopefully you can see the lace and the bling and things on these. This one, oops, that's a piece of paper there. And we have that one. And that one. And that one. Aren't they just so scrumptious? So, I mean, again, you know, you could just use all of these as just pockets in a journal. Just glue them down and, you know, tuck things in behind them. So, I mean, that's pretty good going, because out of that, we've actually got 7, I think. Yeah, seven pieces for a journal, which, I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest. So, yeah, I hope that you like them. Hope you've had fun and maybe feel inspired to do your own super smothered or super cluttery masterboard. So, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you guys again soon. Thanks, Hen. Bye.